Hey guys, so I'm finally back with a video. I realized my last video was in January, so it's been like almost 3 months since I've done a video, and you're probably all wondering what's up. Well, I always say this, but because it's always such a big gap in between videos, it's hard to make it a short video update, but I'm going to try to go through everything as quickly as I can. First off, how I'm doing, health-wise. I'm doing okay. My joints have been pretty good. I'm still having a lot of foot pain after being on my feet almost all day at work, but I think that might be a case of me needing orthotics. But I want to take care, and maybe I'm going about this in the wrong order, but I want to take care of the speech therapy thing first, before the referral expires and I have to go back and get another one. And we're only allowed, on our insurance, we're only covered up to $500 for those services. Get my hair is all messed up. For orthotics and speech therapy, like they all lump them under the same category per year. So the 500, excuse me, will basically, I guess, go to the speech therapy. I'm sure it's going to cost at least that much. Hopefully not more than that. So I'll have to wait till next year to get orthotics. Probably not the best idea, but I don't want to have to go back and get another referral. So, speaking of the speech therapy, I had gotten the referral in the summer. I think it was like in July, and I got Alex to fax it in. I think it was in August. It was either in July or August that he faxed it in. And they had said at the time, like when I called to get the fax number, they had said at that time that they were pretty much booked until October. So I probably would not get an appointment until October or after October. So then I didn't hear from them at all. And then with my new job and everything, I just kept forgetting to, call and find out what had happened. So finally, I called, I think it was end of February, beginning of March. And they said that, and they checked everything and they never received it. They never received the referral for the speech therapy. So I wish I had have called sooner. So they had me fax it through again. Oh, excuse me. I've been drinking a lot of ginger ale tonight, and I'm a little bit gassy from it. Anyways, so they never received it, so I faxed it in again, and the next day they called me, and they said, hey, we have a cancellation for next week. Did you want to come in next week? Now, unfortunately, with my work, I found out that I have to give 2 weeks notice if I'm going to if I need to take a day off, because I tried to do it for an appointment a week before the appointment, because I kind of remembered that I had this appointment late, because it was my endocrinologist appointment, which I book a year in advance, and I had totally forgotten about it. And I think actually I did remember about it 2 weeks before, but then I kept forgetting to put in the notice for it. My memory is so bad. So when I finally remembered, it was a week before. and they almost weren't going to approve it. But they did that time because it was the first time I'd done that. And I'm still fairly new there, so I didn't really know that you were supposed to give 2 weeks notice. So, and that's another thing. I'm going to kind of jump around, I think, because my mind's all jumbled. But my high school friend, who I was like really good friends with, we hung out every day in music theater. Her name's Jocelyn. She is my new supervisor. So that is like really cool. We haven't seen each other basically since we graduated high school. I think we saw each other once or twice in the hallway in college because we attended the same program at the same college, but we weren't in the same classes. And so a couple times I think I saw her in the hallway and we talked briefly, but other than that, it's been like over 10 years basically since we've seen each other. And now she is my new supervisor. And the cool part is that the last few years, have been in touch through Facebook. And she knows that I have lupus. Now, the funny part, though, is that I don't really know if she knows all that much about what lupus is. Because she hasn't really mentioned much about it, except for, I think, like, her first day on the job, when she saw me changing the bed sheets and asked me if I was okay. Other than that, I think like because all of us Lupies pretty much appear normal and healthy, a lot of people, even if they know we have it, tend to forget sometimes that we have it or what it means for us. But anyways, so she kind of let it slide for me because she knew it was an appointment. But I couldn't basically do the speech therapy the next week. So I'm going April 11th, and that will be the assessment. And the same day I'm having an ultrasound done of my thyroid, ordered by my endocrinologist. But my thyroid's pretty much at a normal level right now. The other big thing is that I got a new rheumatologist. I think I had told you my old rheumatologist was moving away, and so she was going to send me to a new one. And I absolutely love my new rheumatologist. I've had one appointment with her so far. She was so thorough that when I got there, she had me fill out a questionnaire. And it was such a detailed questionnaire about everything that, you know, I'm dealing with. Like, rate your fatigue level, rate your pain level, rate, like, everything you can think of. And it was so awesome. Like, I've never had a doctor do that before. She also told me that I'm pretty much stable right now. Like, everything's pretty stable. They are kind of thinking about maybe trying to take me off my Fortic. She's not quite ready just yet because she's afraid that my joints will flare if I go off of it. But she does know that the Entacort is helping my joints a bit, as well as Plaquenil, I think. But she's not too sure if Plaquenil on its own and the Entacort will be enough just yet for me. Other than that, though, the only real bothersome symptom, and I told her this, is my fatigue is still horrible. And I mean, it's gotten a little bit easier to deal with at work the longer I've been there, but it is still really bad. Like, I finally started painting a new doll. I'm working on one that I'm going to sell, and then at the same time, I'm working on another mini 10-inch doll for my niece Morgan, because she wants she won the miniature one at the Lupus walk last year, or my sister won it for her, and she really liked it, but she wants a little girl doll. So my sister has asked me to make a girl doll for her, and my sister's going to pay me, but whatever. I'm just going to have her pay for the materials. I don't need her to pay me for my time because it's my niece. I'll do it for her. I've been wanting to make a doll for her anyway. So I did finally get around to painting them. And, you know, my initial plan was to do at least one layer of painting per night. And that hasn't happened. The first few nights I did try every night, although I had to keep stripping the paint on one kit because my neutralizing washes on it were not working because it ended up I didn't need them, which was my initial gut. But I was trying to follow this tutorial and I went and did a neutralizing wash anyways. And it turns out I really didn't need it because it made my baby green. So I just had to basically start over twice. And then once I got that flesh layer on, which is basically where it's sat now for like the last week or so, I get home at night and I just don't want to do anything but sit on the couch, watch TV, and then go to bed. I'm just so exhausted all the time. The good part is that my rheumatologist has renewed my sleeping pills because she said as long as I'm taking them maybe every second to every third night, she has no problem with that at all because she knows that I need the sleep. So it's been really good to know that I can take them a little more frequently than I thought I could. Like obviously I can't take them every night because you can become used to it or dependent on it and whatever. But every second to every third night, I'm allowed to take them now. So that has helped a little bit because I do get a better night's sleep with them. But I still find like they start to wear off after like 4 or 5 hours, and then I'm kind of waking up on and off, but it's not as bad as it would be without the pills. So it is helping. So anyways, and then I told her about my headaches because my headaches have been almost daily. Although the last couple of weeks, I guess since I saw her actually, the last few weeks have been a little bit better. I've still had headaches, but they're not every day. But I told her about the headaches and my horrible short-term memory and sometimes like my concentration problems and just the lupus fog in general, like not like thinking one thing in my head and then when I go to say it, something totally different comes out that doesn't make any sense at all. Just crazy, ridiculous things like that. So she's going to send me to a neurologist. She really doesn't think there's anything wrong, but she wants to be thorough. So she's sending me to a neurologist and she's also sending me for an MRI of my brain. But really, other than the headaches, and the fatigue, I've been good otherwise. Like my kidneys are fine, my joints are pretty good. I mean, I have aches and pains here and there, but it only maybe gets up to like a 3 or a 4. And on the rare day, it might get up to like a 7 and 8, but it doesn't really last long. It usually only lasts maybe for an evening or half a day or something like that. And it's once in a blue moon. So that's been good. And I'm trying to think. I had like a little list here. I think that's pretty much it. I've covered just about everything.